Hello YouTube, this is DrawingKid1313 and welcome to episode 3 of my modded Let's Play. SMP modded Let's Play. That's a good way to say it. I'm always like confused about what to say in the beginning of the episode. Just like, oh, modded Minecraft Feed the Beast Let's Play thing. I don't know. But hold on, I have to cough. Oh, yeah. So, obviously I'm still sick. On the bright side, I am getting a little bit better. I only usually have to cough if I'm talking. So, yeah. That's what happens there. So, I'll probably be coughing quite a bit during this episode, but I'm sure you guys are, for the most part, used to that by now. So, I like to clean this little entryway up a little bit, just with all the vines. Not always necessary. Vines kind of annoy me too. Alright, so now that that's taken care of, we have a few things to do in this episode. Mr. Quick is currently on the server with us, and I wanted to show off his house, but I'm going to do that at a later date, because, or not at a later date, but like oh, there he is, finally. So now let's go ahead and check out your base. I'm coming over to visit. Alright, so let's go over to the Nexus, and then let's see its stuff. So I think it's Mr. Quicksage. There we go. Alright, so ooh, there goes the Nexus. Tree taps, some seeds. Actually, I'll meet you at his base because I'm not sure how to get there. Alright, so we are back here. We are over at Mr. Quick's base. Looks pretty cool. Recording now. So, yeah. So we're over at his base, and he has some cool things set up. This is his mine. Pretty neat. I put a torch there. And this goes back to the Nexus. Pretty cool. It's his bed. And then I guess he worked on this today. Oh wow. Huh. That's pretty crazy. It has... I assume that this goes to the Nether. Yep, this goes to the Nether. It's a nice little chunk loader that he has there, keeping the server nice and stressed. Let's go back over here. Wow, that is pretty cool. Must say I like that. This is nice little rooms. He has some geothermal generators. Nice little bat box. He should upgrade that to an MFE. Stirling engine. And that's a rolling machine. I didn't know that they required power now. It's interesting. It has some nice electric furnaces with some hoppers, and a macerator with more hoppers. Should take your crap out of there. And yeah, he has a lot of stuff. He's been on here like all day today and all day yesterday, so he is ages ahead of me. So yeah, but it is pretty neat. I like his place. I like his place a lot. He already has some neat systems set up, and yeah, seems cool. So I'm gonna head back to my base, and we'll see. And you know, we'll see what we can get into this episode. We have quite a few things to do this episode. So yeah, and of course, like there's always something that I want to do, but I need more you know, materials to do these things. Specifically diamonds, because I want to get a lot of things that require diamonds, but I can't do that yet. So I'm gonna go through here. Let's go back to our world, and I should be right here. Yep, DK's age. I should put signs. It's weird how you can't see, like, you can't see the little names of them anymore. Do any of you guys know why that is? Like, is there a setting that I could change to fix that, or is that just like out of the mod now? I would love to know about that. But yeah, I have to go off again. Alright, we're back. So, let's start doing some stuff. Now, I think, because I don't want everything to be right here, this is just kind of my temporary place of inhabitants to kind of, get settled, get some materials, do some things, and then eventually, like I said, we are going to be building in the side of this mountain. So I think what I want is I want a nice little staircase that goes up kind of through there, and then we're going to have our first little room there. However, I'm not too sure how or like where I'm going to put everything. I'm thinking I could get up here. Okay. Thinking like right here would be a nice little place. Yeah. And then just kind of dig into here. Maybe one lower. Yeah, one lower. There we go. So that means that I am going to start digging out this room. We're going to make it, just a basic size. I don't know, like 9 by 9 or 10 by 10. Something like that. Or maybe 11 by 11. I think 11 by 11 works. Or, whatever I could really fit into the side of this mountain. Because I want everything to kind of blend in. So I don't want to make it like too big so that it has to stick out of the mountain. But yeah. So we'll see how everything can work. It is a pretty nice size though. So maybe I can go one more level down. And maybe I'll do that. So I'm going to dig that out and then we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. And I have that room dug out. I also have a little bit of a staircase that leads up to there. It doesn't look too bad. It looks nice and natural. Used wood and half slabs. I think, no, cobblestone doesn't really mix with grass, but then again, neither does wood. But it is kind of just a good way of kind of like just sneaking it in there. And then up here, I didn't widen it too much. It looks a little weird when I fill that in right there. So I did try that, so I don't know about that. But in here we have a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 9. And yeah, the only thing that I really had to change was on this corner. You may have noticed it when I was over there and I did like, the little fade in, fade out thingy. But yeah, this, I actually did this in like 10 minutes. And then it's now a full 24 hours after the last time I recorded. Actually more like 30 hours since the last time I've recorded because, well, it was Thanksgiving when I recorded and today was Black Friday, so I got to go to work today and work for 9 hours. Keep in mind the fact that I still have pneumonia and it still is extremely painful, and didn't mean to cough into the microphone, but yeah, nah, you see what I'm dealing with. But yeah, so I went to bed at like 9 yesterday, so I didn't have any time to record at night, and I didn't want to try to push it like I usually do, like on a school night, and I'll be like, oh, I already have most of this recorded, I could record the last few minutes of it, and then, edit and render it, and then, the next thing you know, it's 11 o'clock, and you're like, oh crap, now I'm not going to get any sleep. So I wanted to make sure that that didn't happen, because I'm already dead enough as is, with being sick and all that, and, to add on to the fact that, I'll be tired, decided to go to bed early. Which is a good choice, because I didn't feel too bad today. I felt bad towards the end of my shift, because I was just so tired. I was dead. And like I told my boss, he's like, you still feeling good? Or still feeling bad? Because he's known that I've been sick for like the past 2 weeks. And it has been 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks in 2 hours. And he's like, you still feeling bad? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still feeling horrible. I'm like, I went to the doctor's Wednesday because I was off Wednesday, and I was like, I have pneumonia, the usual. He's like, should you be working? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I could use the hours. I enjoy money. So in the middle of that, since I didn't really get to record, today while I was home, my sister had our cousin over. And they're both like 8 or 9, and yeah, so they were pretty loud, so I couldn't record. So I've been mining, and I have been mining for, oh, I don't know. I couldn't even guess a number at this point. I'd say over 5 hours in total down in that strip mine. And it took me forever to just find one vein of diamonds. I've found 7 emeralds so far through digging through all that strip mine. I've only found 1 diamond or a diamond vein, and it's been ridiculous. I was getting so frustrated. Yeah, I had to exit out. But you could see in the chat log when Mr. Quick was here. I'm like, I hate this game, and he's just like, why? I'm like, I'm not finding diamonds. But yeah. So now I could do stuff with those freaking diamonds. Finally, there's one thing that I really want to do, that I've wanted to do for a while, and I will enjoy this. We have a world in the Nexus, which is just a flat plains biome. So it's a plains biome with a flat land generation, and it's an eternal night, but it's a bright age. So you could still see everything just fine, but the mobs will spawn and all that. So I used that to hunt Enderman, and I got 1 Ender Pearl. Didn't take too long. So we need 1 diamond, 1 Ender Pearl, 2 obsidian, and oh look, 5 iron. How fancy is that? Speaking of which, I should cook up more iron. Let's cook up 8. I think we can get away with 8. I think that's all we need, because I do need quite a few. I just need some stuff to, we're working on some machines up there. That's what we're doing. But let me go ahead. We're gonna make this. I know the crafting recipe. Ah, there you go. Told you I knew it. So portal gun, that is awesome. I'm gonna keep it right there. I am going to keep it right there. It's so cool. Yeah, it makes a noise. I'll have to fix that in the config setting, because I don't like when it makes that noise. So, oh man, but I could use this to go anywhere my heart desires. This is so cool. I love the portal gun. Ha! Oh, it's so awesome. I love it. I'm in love with it. Yep. So this is awesome. So as I said, we're gonna have our little room right here full of, oops, yep, don't open doors with it. We're gonna have a little room over here full of machines, which is going to be awesome. We need a few things. The first thing that we're going to make is we're going to make a generator. So let's go down here and let's do that. I actually like this staircase kind of. I may keep it for the whole time because it's nice and simple on the outside, and then once you get inside, you're gonna see all the crazy machine rooms and stuff like that. So it should turn out pretty good. I have a nice little picture in my mind of how everything is going. So yeah. So we need a generator. That is going to require a furnace and 5 iron. We have some iron cooked up right here. So let's go ahead and make our iron furnace first. And I like to make that like so. There we go, iron furnace. This way it doesn't use less materials. Actually, it uses more if you think about it, because then you have to use the wood to smelt it. But I like this way, so let me do it this way. Okay? You know what I miss in inventory tweaks? I really miss how you used to be able to go into a chest and you used to be able to use the scroll wheel. The scroll wheel in your mouse, and that would allow you to get a certain amount of items. That was so awesome. Why isn't that enabled? Like, I'll have to look through the config files or something. Because, like, I love that feature. That was the best thing that ever happened. But yeah. So this is a thing in the caves that would always screw with me and always make me think, excuse me, that it was diamonds when it really wasn't. I mean, look at that. That looks exactly like diamonds. I mean, jeez. Just gonna... No! Let's go in through this side. I don't have anything to break it. There we go. So I'm just gonna put it right there. Actually, let's swap it out. You know why? Because we can, and we have a portal gun. Oh, jeez. See how it turns to bedrock? Kind of weird. Alright, so there we go. Looks funny. Alright, so let me just give you a slight update on the applications. I've gotten a lot of entries. It's just crazy. To be honest, I have gotten 80 submissions. Exactly 80, actually. Really, it's 81, but I submitted a test submission. Yeah, I applied to my own server. I got in, by the way. So, yeah, we have 80 submissions, which is a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have, I'm not looking forward to reading all this. I've read like 3 of them. And to be honest, the only thing that I was looking at is question number 4. Do you like Tekkit? We have like 3 people that I've seen that said, yes, it's just awesome. I'm not sure if I'm going to let them into the server. I said in little quotation marks saying that that this will affect the eligibility for the server. By the way, this is for Mr. Quick. This is an IOU. I borrowed 2 obsidian. I didn't want to make a diamond pick because I could only find 1 diamond or 1 diamond bane. So we are going to give this to him, and I'm going to put it in the exact same place that his obsidian was. Left a present. Maybe this isn't the best place. Let's put it right there. There we go. Because whenever you travel through ages, it's just part of Minecraft that your little selection for your hotbar goes to your first slot. So let's go ahead. Let's finish making that thing. So we have 3 refined iron. We have an iron furnace. The next thing that we need is an RE battery. And that's going to take 2 tin, and I'm going to also have to make recording. By the way, okay. All right. So let's make some copper cabling. We have 6 of those. Do we have? We have 3. So that means that I'm going to have to go and get some rubber stuff, sticky resin. There we go. So let's make. Oops. Let's see his reaction. I'm just gonna leave the recording on. I'm just gonna get like 8. I think I said something like I wanted to think with portals or something. I didn't want to make a diamond pick because I only found 6 diamonds. Like, I was literally starting to think that there were no diamonds in my world, and my world, like, somehow the Mistcraft mod just, like, took my world, and it was like, you know what, I'm gonna put a no diamond symbol in there. And I was pretty sure that is what had happened. Alright, we have plenty of sticky resin. I actually wouldn't mind one more. It's just an even 16. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna smelt this, that way we don't waste time on camera, and then I'll be back. Everything will be ready, and we're going to craft some stuff. Alright, we're back here, and we're ready to do some crafting. So I have some uninsulated copper cabling right here. I'm going to get all of it. I'm going to convert it all into rubber cabling. Now we are going to use this, and we need some redstone. I thought I was prepared, but I really wasn't. I can never be prepared, what can I say? We are going to use this. We're going to make two of these things. If you're familiar with mods, you really should know what I'm doing. But if you're not, here's your chance to learn. You could also go ahead, because this is all Industrial Craft 2 stuff, so, you know, I have a mod spotlight on it. It's not 100% complete yet because I've been kind of stuck and stumped on all the stuff in IC2, so I'll catch up on it eventually. So now I have 2 electronic circuits, that's awesome. Now we need another thing, we need some tin, and we only have 2. Alright, there we go, I just cooked up 8 more for us. So we're going to make 2 of these. That was 3. Alright, so 2, you just put some redstone in the middle, copper cabling on top, and there we go, we have more rechargeable batteries. And these are also from Industrial Craft 2, so, you know, pretty simple. Now there's one more, actually no, that's pretty much it. All we need, we're going to need a few more refined iron, so I'm going to let these cook up. I'll put like 2 or that many in there to cook up those 3 iron ingots. And what we're going to do is first we're going to make our generator. So we're going to take this, we're going to put 3 refined iron like so, and then we're going to put an RE battery on top. This will get us a generator. This will allow us to generate EU from Industrial Craft 2 by burning things, and we'll be able to store it in what we will eventually have being a bat box, which will be very useful because then we'll have some power that we could use for some of the machines that we're going to make later on. Are these done yet? They're almost. Alright, so now that they're done, we can go ahead and make the next thing in Industrial Craft 2 that we're going to make. Put a battery in the middle, an electronic circuit in the, actually I think that's reversed, and then we have 5 of these. We get a mining drill. Mining drills are awesome, and I probably just dropped it on the floor, but we're going to get 3 diamonds, and we're going to upgrade this mining drill, and we're going to make it into a diamond drill. Oh, drop my iron. Alright, so here we go. Daytime, please. Mr. Quick left. He already has a freaking mass fab and quantum suit boots. He lives on here, pretty much. So, I hate these slimes. I mean, it's nice for slime balls, but I mean, let's face it. How many people really use slime balls in modded things? I mean, I usually use them more often in like in vanilla, because I mean that's kind of like the only technical part that you could have with vanilla is, you know, pistons and sticky pistons and all that. So I don't know. Now I feel like slime balls and slimes are just kind of a nuisance, especially since my, you know, base is kind of in a swamp biome here. But oh well. So here we go. Just pick up all this experience. It's good for experience. Now we're at level 22. That's awesome. Alright, let's go back in here, and let's go ahead and place down our generator. I usually like to keep it in the corner of the room, just so that's out of the way, and that gives us plenty of room along the wall for our, for our machines. I have to cough. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so, you know, I kind of want to put it on top, because we're going to have our, so actually put it right there, because we want to have our bat box, and I want that to be right there, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so now we have that, we need something to store the power, and with that, the best thing to use is a bat box, at least in, you know, the first beginning stages of it. So let's go ahead and look up the recipe. Bat box, there we go. Bat box, let's click on and get the recipe. We have 3 RE batteries, copper cable, and some wood. I think I can manage that. I'm going to need a little bit more tin though, and nope, I have enough copper. So that's awesome. Now let's see, how much would an MFE be? MFE? Yes, 4 crystals. Let's see, be 4 diamonds. Oh well, I only have 2, so let's make the bat box. Alright, so we need 10 more pieces of this stuff. 10. So let's get 10 of that, and then let's just get 2 coal. I know I'm going to waste some in this process, but it will. So let's throw that in there. We could put our silver ore back, and I think that's all we need for now, so we'll get rid of NEI. I know a lot of people complain when you leave it up, and I understand why, because it really does irritate me whenever I don't close it out. But sometimes I'm just so into the mods that I don't even notice. Look at how much iron we have. We have so much iron. It's crazy. We have a lot of gold too. Like, look at all this gold. I found all this gold, all this emerald, barely any diamonds. So, I guess I'll just have to go caving. It'll be a lot easier with my diamond drill. Of course, this is kind of useless now. See how kind of slow it is? That's because it has no charge. You can see the charge in it right there. 0 out of 10,000 EU. So that sucks, to be put nicely. I don't know why I made 2 electronic circuits. We'll use it in the next machine build, I promise you. So let's see, this has 5. So it has 1 more. I can make 2 more RE batteries. There we go. It's really slow starting out with all these mods because like, you don't have any of the advanced machines or anything to really help you start out with smelting and, get a good amount of like ores and stuff, and a lot of just materials that you could use. So like at the beginning you're really just scrounging for materials, and I'm actually still kind of limited on food. The cows actually aren't too bad. I've decided to make them free roam cows, so you see them kind of randomly spread throughout. I figured they wouldn't wander too far, so I mean I just kind of let them go, and I'm like, well, if they go away, just have to walk a few more feet to find them, I guess. So it's all good. The food tastes better now anyways, so it's high quality. It's like the organically grown stuff. I only feed them wheat that I grow in my pond. So yeah, it's all good. Let's make 1 more, and then we'll be able to do more things. There we go. RE battery. Now we have 3. We have copper cable. Wow, we have just the perfect amount. I love it. Bat box. Let's go over here. Let's bring a stack of coal. Oh, press escape too many times. I hate that door. I hate this door so much. I'm just gonna get rid of it, and if a creeper comes inside my house, so be it. Like, I just hate doors in SMP now, because whenever you try to sprint through them, it just messes it up when you have a pressure plate in front. Alright, so this is our bat box, and I'm gonna put it like that for now. This little dot on the outside, it's only on one of the 6 sides of the cube, because cubes have 6 sides, and this is the output. So any other side that doesn't have a dot is the input, and that's where you can put EU into it. You can see that it stores it right in there, and then this is the output. So if I put a machine right here, it'll run off the power from the bat box. Now if you see, when I put coal into this generator, it's going to burn, and it does have a little bit of an internal storage right here. However, it's not going into the internal storage. Instead, it's going right here to the bat box, and you can see that it's filling it up pretty nicely. We may not even need this whole bit of coal, so I'll leave it all in there because it won't burn it if it doesn't need it, which is nice, because that means that we won't waste anything. So let's put that right there, and then let's go back down. I like how you do that, because then like when you're caving, you could just put one little thing right there, and of course you could always just walk through the portal back, but you could also just use that to find out where you're going, which I think is really neat. It is a little bit overpowered. I will admit that, and I'll be the first to admit that. But I don't care. It's too much fun. I mean, come on. It just saves traveling distance, and most other games like Skyrim and stuff, they have that fast travel stuff. Psh, tell me that's not overpowered. It's like having a portal gun, but you don't even have to craft it. So let's see, what else can we make? I think the first machine that I really want to make is a macerator. Let's go ahead and look up the recipe of that. Now, of course, if you have Greg's mod installed, it is part of the Feed the Beast mod pack. However, it's not on this server because I have it disabled. So we're not using Greg's mod, and what that does is it actually makes it a lot more complicated to make most of these machines. And I just don't like Greg's mod, so we got rid of it. So we need that electronic circuit that I crafted a while ago, and then we're going to need a machine block, which is just 8 refined iron. You can see that right there. So I'm going to make that. We're also going to need some flint. I have that. Awesome. So let me go ahead and cook that up, and I think that'll be the last thing that we do for this episode. So it's a very good starting out thing, and I can't wait to get more stuff. Because, I've been sitting here and I've been watching Mr. Quick just, you know, advance and fly through and get freaking quantum boots and all that. And I've just been sitting here trying to mine. I mean, there's a few reasons for it. One, because, you know, I need resources. But two, because I can't really do anything if I can't record. And, you know, a lot of the time that I was mining, I couldn't record because it was so loud upstairs. So, yeah. Yep. It's just been difficult for me. I'm like, I want to play with the mods, but I can't because I need to show the YouTube audiences, and it's so difficult being a YouTuber. So, yeah, pretty interesting. Alright, so I have everything we need. I have the machine block right here. I'm gonna put that like so. I'm gonna put the electronic on the bottom, or the electronic circuit on the bottom. Flint and cobblestone. And there we go, we have our macerator. Now let's go ahead and bring with us some more coal, because more coal is always useful. And something that we're going to need a good bit of, I think it's going to be copper. Let's bring just like a half stack of copper. Alright, so let's go here. I'm going to leave that right there. And it's getting dark again, is it? Yes, it is. I've been here for a while. I kind of got distracted while I was smelting things, but yeah. I also accidentally smelted tin instead of iron the first time. But, oops. Alright, so let's put down that right there. And you can see that the machine itself has an internal kind of energy storage right there. It's that red bar that'll fill up. It took some of the bat box's power, which is why the generator kicked back on. And it's now wasting some energy, so I'm going to put that in there. That way the macerator starts running, and you can see this little progress bar right here. It's fairly slow, but trust me, this slow process is really, really worth it. And it's something that you're definitely going to want to get. So once it finishes, I will show you. There we go. There we go. So for one copper ore, we have 2 copper dust. Now what can we do with this copper dust? Well, we can go ahead and smelt it in a furnace or whatever else we may have, and that will go ahead and it will give us 1 ingot per dust. So basically what that's doing is it's doubling our ore output, which is awesome. And you definitely can't complain with that, since you need so much copper, so much iron, and so much tin and all that with all these different mods that we have. So I have no idea how long this episode has been. I apologize if it's been long for you people who like the shorter episodes, and I apologize if it's been short for the people who like the short episodes. But you know, you can't make everyone happy. There's a creeper over there. Can I have no arrows? We created a void age. It's just like a plains biome. Funny story, actually. Mr. Quick was like, I need ender pearls, because he wanted to get a chunk loader. And he was like, I need ender pearls. So I'm like, just create a void age with a sky biome. And he creates one, and he makes it a plains biome instead. And I'm like, sky biome? He's like, why? I'm like, then only endermen can spawn. So he's like, oh. So I delete his plains biome that he makes, and I make a sky biome. I go in there. I just had a few iron tools and like a few stacks of cobble. And I go in there, and all of a sudden I look around and I see the freaking ender dragon. I'm just like, oh my god! And then I'm like, there's nothing I could do. Like I was trying to put down the link book. I was trying to put down the link book stand. I just couldn't get it down. The ender dragon knocked me off and killed me. And of course, like, some of my stuff stayed on the platform that she spawned on, but the one thing that fell off was the link book that I had. So I'm like, okay, well now I'm kind of screwed. And of course, like, Mr. Quick didn't want to come into the age because he'd get killed too. And then we'd both be stranded there. But thankfully, in every age that I make pretty much, except for like this one and a few other ones, but if it's a void age, I make it to have starfishers just in case. So I was able to jump off the platform into a starfisher to save myself. Pretty awesome, I know. And yes, I noticed that I put a portal down there, and I never used it when I was up there. It's not too long of a walk. So off camera, I'm probably going to charge some stuff. Probably going to macerate a lot of my ores. I'm going to smelt a lot of things. We're going to have a lot of stuff over here for the next time I record. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully I get better and I can, stop coughing in the middle of everything. But, what are you going to do? So this has been Drawing at 1313 with episode 3. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.